Liverpool's transfer window rated and slated, assessing Jurgen Klopp's summer business. Liverpool's lack of summer transfer business was well documented with Ibrahima Konté their only notable arrival, but several faces such as Gini Wijnaldum all left Anfield. Liverpool's quiet summer transfer window was well documented as they looked to wrestle back their Premier League crown. The Reds' resources came under the spotlight last term as defensive injuries took apart their backline. In response, Ibrahima Konate arrived from RB Leipzig, but the centre-half remained the only marquee signing. Jurgen Klopp has been happy to prioritise continuity over fresh faces, with Liverpool's 11 largely maintaining the same look for several years now. Critics have argued that the Reds missed a trick in not being more aggressive in the transfer market. The departure of Gini Wijnaldum certainly leaves a sizable hole, but Klopp has backed youth to fill the void. We take a look at the club's summer dealings. Ibrahima Konate 9/10. Liverpool paid the price for not replacing Dejan Lovren last summer, leaving them with three centre-halves. All three found themselves sidelined for lengthy periods, which left Klopp light at the back. He raided the Bundesliga outfit to sign Konate, a man who had long been on his radar. The Frenchman looks ready-made to suit the Premier League and has had Champions League exposure, which will also be a plus. Klopp will now have to settle on a centre-back pairing, as there will be a reluctance to keep chopping and changing. It means Konate may find himself as a sub more often to start with before he looks to assert himself, potentially at Joe Gomez's expense. Gini Wijnaldum 2/10. Losing a player of the Dutchman's caliber is never easy, but having to go on without a replacement just deepens the blow. It became apparent around the new year that Wijnaldum was unlikely to sign a new deal, but he continued to be a regular. Eventually he left for PSG and Liverpool opted against adding a replacement. Now Klopp is lucky enough to have a host of options at his disposal in the middle of the park, and Harvey Elliott is set to be the big winner. Nevertheless, Wijnaldum has been a crucial part of Liverpool's success, and letting him go without adding someone of similar quality may prove costly. Harry Wilson 7/10. It was something of a double-edged sword, this. Wilson had proven at Bournemouth that he was capable of playing top-flight football, having impressed on loan. Last season he again headed away, this time to Championship side Cardiff City, and has now moved to Fulham. If Wilson were going to be handed a first-team run, you'd have thought Klopp would have done so by now. Failing to do so perhaps suggested he was happy to look elsewhere, and getting north of £10 million for him represents good business. Xherdan Shaqiri 8/10. The Swiss star headed to Anfield on a free and has proved to be a good squad player. So whatever decision Liverpool made was going to be a good one. Shaqiri's 2 goals against Manchester United in 2018 will ensure he lives long in the memory of the Anfield faithful. The 29-year-old has moved to Lyon for just shy of £10 million. Opportunities were set to be few and far between, so there was a willingness from the player to move on, and the cash from his sale helped counteract the investment in Konate. Loan exits 9/10. The likes of Ben Davies, Reece Williams and Sepp van den Berg have all headed to the Championship on loan. Sheffield United, Swansea and Preston have been the 3 teams to profit, and Liverpool will hope to do so in the long term. Williams penned a new deal before he left, and there may well be long-term hopes for the defender. Davies was signed last year but is yet to play. That said, if a loan move can increase his resale value, Liverpool will consider that good business. The same can be said for Van den Berg, who has already scored twice in 7 games.